So Anna, let's just start at the beginning, more about the process of making the film. I know you've written several films with your brother, and I wanted to ask, how did this specific project or idea came about, and what's the process of writing a film with him?
Well, and normally Dietrich comes up with the subject.
Okay.
Like with Stations of the Cross at a Berlinale party, he yelled at me, you know what, we're doing a film in 14 fixed positions and we call it Station of the Cross, and it's about a girl who wants to be a saint and dies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I said, okay, let's do it. And with this film, it was different because I wanted Dietrich to make a film where all his surrealistic fantasies, because he loves this surrealistic art of filmmaking. He really loved it from the Weimar Kino till today. It's something he really especially loves. I said, you have to do a film where you can just show all the stuff. And he, he's a huge fan of Roy Andersson.
Okay.
And I said, but I would love to combine it with something soulful, with something that really touches you, because the surrealistic thing, sometimes I think there is the danger that it doesn't touch you. It's cool to watch, or it's kind of estrangement, but I want it also to be combined with something all of us know. And so we said, okay, let's do a love story or an anti-love story and combine it with these worlds. And it's really easy too, because our fantasies and what we think about, it's often enough surrealistic. And
dreams even, right?
Yes, and to be honest, also a normal partnership. What happens in between?
I know.
And so a film is the opportunity to show these surrealistic things that happen in between.
Yes. And it's a great way to...
we sit together quite for a long time, and we develop the characters.
Okay.
And most of the time, it's a character-driven story. So as soon as we have the characters, we know the way the film is going to be. With Nu, it was a little bit different because there were some scenes that were kind of important to Dietrich. Without really, he said, I want to show a dentist who makes these noises.
What do you do with that? Okay, yes.
I want to show this Glenn Gould dentist. And I said, okay, let's do it. But yes, normally it's just character driven. And we really built the whole film. We know the characters and we build the whole mountain of the film. And then Dietrich goes and writes the dialogues.
Okay.
And then he sends them to me, and then we go over them and I say, well, I don't, and so on. Yeah, that's the whole process.
Cool.
Yes, we rehearsed every scene one day before.
Okay.
Always one day rehearse, one day shooting. Because with these fixed camera positions, there also has to be a really technical rehearse,
Yeah, I know. And the hospital scene, a lot of them are very complicated.
Yes, they were fun and very complicated, but fun. And it's wonderful because in the process of rehearsing, we sometimes reduce the dialogue or something, but we kind of never improvise during shooting because the dialogue is very precise. And so we don't improvise. And and then the next day we go and shoot. And with these long scenes, it's wonderful because you just come into the flow. You come into the flow of acting.
Like theater even, right?
We do like romantic comedies. And both of us were interested in these moments between. Not the clear yes and not the clear no. Exactly. To deal with the complications of maybe.
Yes.
Yes, we were interested in the question, you can easily tell how life goes wrong. But if it only goes wrong a little bit, just slightly, you have a really nice partner, you have a nice job, you have a nice child. But something is not right all the time. And that was kind of a question that was interesting to us. Yes.
Of course.
I think I really think the Me Too movement is a good thing. And maybe it changed a little bit of awareness, or that some people know, oh, I shouldn't behave like this. Yeah. It might backlash. But I think what hasn't changed is that the pressure on the physical looks, how you look, how your body is, it's the same.
Oh yeah.
And yes. And I think in every magazine, you can read an interview with an actress who tells you what her favorite beauty product is. And I think, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm an actress, and I talk about, I bring the inner things to life. And it's like a poet, but it's with my body. Who cares about my eye cream?
I know. Yeah, totally.
Yes. And, when this Me Too movement was, I thought it is kind of strange, because all these really skinny, really beautiful, really young actresses in Hollywood, they say now, I'm a feminist, but they reproduce a lot of pressure to all the women. So, and at that time I started a thing here in Berlin. It was called Nobody's Doll. And it was on the red carpet at Berlinale, and they said, well, we can wear sneakers on the red carpet. Where's the problem? Why should the women be a problem? Least in everything? So there has been some progress, I think so. And I think as a writer, I really like the scene when they have the small baby and the sister comes to visit. Yes. And they are so mean to each other.
Yeah, a lot of passive aggressiveness, right?
Yes, I love this, and I love the war in the hospital. I just love the idea, and because I thought one has to show the anxiousness a young mother has. So I think to write it was my favorite scene, and to shoot. Oh. I think every scene. Okay. From my own life as an actress, because I attained several acting workshop classes, and I sometimes was shocked how abusive they were. Yeah. Yeah. And I was very young when I attended the most abusive one. I was 20, and all the other participants were about 30. And I thought, what are they doing here? Are they just to get the attention of the teacher? And I thought, this is not healthy. And it's not healthy. And I wanted to show this one day, because everybody tells you when you're a young actress what you have to do, and that you have to attend this workshop and this class and so on. And I thought, well, sometimes it might be the wrong advice. And on the other hand, it's a biased scene, because it's a relief for the character. Yeah. And in the next scene, she says she has a big part in a series about Konrad Adenauer. Yes, yeah, which will end her marriage in the end. But the film should have been released 2020. Yeah. Oh. And yes. So we had the feeling nobody's going to see this film, and now that it's screened for me on the other side of the world. It means a lot, and that it's still around, and people are getting moved, and that I'm talking to you, because it's difficult. Yes, because it's difficult for an artist if you do something and then like, oop.
Yeah, it's just out of your hands. Yeah. Yes,
and you need the response.
Of course.
So yes.